What's up, guys? Anthony Nenny here with my host, Karen. Whoa, it was a little bit better.
Nice.
Karen Monetti, and our co-host, special guest appearance by Cheech. We are doing
not really thrilled, but
we are doing an Ask Monetti marathon en route
because we're in the car for a long time.
West Islip or Islip. I don't know. Still don't know how to.
It's east, not west.
It's east. Islip or Islip?
I don't know.
I feel like an idiot when I say Islip.
I don't know. It's Long Island, somewhere on Long Island. Strong
Island. We're heading out for the WNBF 2019 World Bodybuilding Championships, which is going to be fun, but you'll have way more fun when you come out to New Jersey and do the Jersey Cup in Atlantic City, April 25th. It'll be way less people, ton of competition. You can check some entertainment,
cocktails for your guests.
And tomorrow you're going to have, it's the biggest, it's definitely the biggest, and
it's real serious
competition. It's serious competition, giving away I don't know how much prize money, but we're doing something really special next year, April 25th, in the Jersey Shore. And yes, we're bringing it back to the Jersey Shore.
Atlantic City, baby.
Showboat Hotel in the old historic House of Blues, which is really super dope. But April 25th, 2020, excuse me. Mark your calendars. Check it out, jerseycup.com. That's the only commercial we're going to do for this currently, because we're talking about bodybuilding. But anyhow,
Jesus,
we are talking today. The next topic is our third one in a row. We are chopping them up left and right. Podcast on iTunes, video on YouTube,
and
Facebook, all that fun stuff. And the third question we just looking through our phone here, and we take notes as you guys ask them, and then we just rattle them off. One of the topics and questions: how do you stay motivated when the scale doesn't go down, or when you're not seeing results quick enough? And that's super important, because it's revolving around expectations, and kind of like you're spoiled, or you get like a little bit entitled. I put the work in, I'm not getting the results.
Well, it's a world of instant gratification, right? Well,
that's entitlement too.
Yeah.
So it's like you can get whatever you want, and that's probably why you're in this situation to begin with trying to lose weight, is because you've had this mentality of if I just cut my food out, I'll see results. Or if you've been on some certain diets, or like diet teas, or everybody's searching for a magical pill to lose weight, and it could really be summed up in: have discipline, exercise daily, and eat better, and eat less than you're burning. That is it. But people don't want to hear that. They want to hear what the latest and greatest is. They want to hear about the fastest, the quickest, and they go through extremes, and they create a roller coaster of dieting, and they always end up losing weight. Actually, you should be telling us how to lose weight, because you have done it way more than we have, because you guys are professionals at losing weight. You're just not able to keep it off, damn it. So you keep on losing the same 30 to 50 pounds 20 times in your life. And, literally, we hear that. Like, oh, I've lost, 100 pounds. Three times.
What?
What do you mean? Like, how much work you had to go through to lose that 100 pounds?
You know how much work you have to do to put it back on?
Well, that's more fun, though, putting it back on.
Totally, but it's a lot of work.
But the fact that you're able to do it proves that you can do it.
Yeah.
Now you got to figure out how to do it in a way that is sustainable, and that you don't have to keep on doing it unless you really enjoy that roller coaster. I just know I feel way better when I'm leaner, when I can maintain it. I think Derek Jeter said it, amongst many other people. It's a lot easier to stay in shape than it is to get in shape. Every time the season comes around, you have to get in shape again, like starting all over again. That sucks. When really, a little bit of discipline and a little bit of creating healthier habits and more positive habits in your lifestyle on a daily basis that you can sustain, even if they're small. Even if it's a small 15-minute workout, or if a small 10-minute walk, it's something to keep yourself in a habit of, doing things consistently. So you don't have to keep on losing and gaining the same weight.
And when you keep it going that long and you're doing it daily, you do have more freedom ultimately. And you can not relax, but you can not be as regimented all the time.
Right.
Because you've gained that ability. You've earned it.
And the better you get at it. The better you get at it, and then know that people expect it quick. Like, oh shit, I have a wedding coming up, or I have this coming up, or whatever. So, you do it quick, and then what happens when you're motivated, when you have a really strong goal. In acting class the other day, we did something where it was a matter of the sense of urgency. We had to focus on something, and it was a sense. You had to imagine something that was going to, like, whether bad happen or something like that. But you had to really focus your energy and to keep yourself. You had to focus on something that was a sense of urgency that was going to help you stay focused during the exercise. Where was I going with that? Just now?
I have no idea.
What were we just talking about?
Sense of urgency.
Before that.
Oh, because you have a thing that's motivating you, like an event or something.
Right, sense of urgency, that's what it is. So you have a wedding, you have this, you have that, you're focused, you're gung-ho, and you do too many, too much restriction, and you're too extreme, and you can't sustain it. So it's a long-winded intro for this question, but the question was, how do I stay motivated when the scale doesn't show the result? It doesn't move as quick. And look, there's only a few factors that are going to determine if you're losing weight or not. Really, if you're burning more energy than you're bringing in, you're going to lose weight. I'm not that fucking smart, and I've been doing this for 30 years, and that's really what it comes down to. Now, there's different layers to that, but if you're exercising and you're bringing in less calories than you're burning, you're going to lose weight. So if you're doing that, and you're calculating that, and you have that all figured out, and the scale doesn't show results, Karen, what do?
You keep doing it. And you keep grinding. Because you're not going to lose weight every single week. Your body is going to be like, yo, slow down a second. I got to figure this out internally. Just because you don't lose weight for 1 week doesn't mean that things have to change or you're a failure.
And you didn't hit a plateau.
And you didn't hit a plateau if it's only 1 week, let's be honest.
Or even 2 weeks, even 3 weeks. It's not a plateau. It's a matter of your body trying to figure shit out. Your body's going through a lot of stuff, especially people who are, changing their diet up completely.
Yeah. And you don't realize it's on a cellular level too, right?
What do you mean by that?
Like, things have to happen differently. Your heart pumps differently. Your lungs have to work differently. Oxygen gets brought everywhere differently. Your body has to relearn how to, use the glycogen and then tap into body fat. Like, there's so much that goes on when you start eating better and working out. Not to mention the muscle build, the lactic acid, all that stuff too, right? So sometimes the scale is not going to show what you want it to show. That doesn't mean that you're not doing the work that eventually will let it happen, right? So let's say it's like thinking about a degree, right? You go to school, you're looking to become a doctor, right? Just because you enroll in school and you put a month's time into the school doesn't mean you now have your doctorate. That takes a long time of constant study and consistency and practicals and intern and residency, right? But the long haul, you get your doctorate.
And when you are a doctor, doesn't mean you're going to be a good doctor.
That's true too. But it's very similar, like, even with this, right? Like, you can't just expect to eat well for a day and have weight loss, or eat good for 1 week and then all of a sudden be like 5-10 pounds down. It takes constant work. And the times when you don't see the results on the scale are the times when you have to really look at the mirror and say, did I do everything that I needed to do to get this result? And if you honestly can say yes, then you say, great, I need to continue doing this, because eventually that scale will reflect the hard work that I just did. You have to keep grinding. You can't give up.
That's a great point, because I always say, don't focus on the scale. Use it as a guide to know that you're heading in the right direction. And I'm still a big fan of the scale. Even for the folks out there who say, I hate the scale, I'm not getting on the scale, I've had a bad relationship with the scale. It's not the fucking scale's fault. It's your perception and your perspective about the scale, because you've had a negative kind of relationship with the scale. It's not the scale's fault. That's a tool to make sure you're heading in the right direction. And then I'm going to say, even bigger than that, over the top of that, is fuck it. Don't let the scale defeat you. Jump on the scale, but don't put all your eggs into the scale's number, because that'll fuck you up. But use it. And I never like to say, that's why I should post a picture. I hung upside down on the straps the other day. Last week, Karen took a picture of me because I wanted to prove that the straps weren't going to break my bicep. my bicep was going to break if it was the straps or for something else. I didn't want to be afraid of the straps, so I hung myself upside down the other day with the straps to prove that, fuck it, I'm still going to do. I'm going to go back. What defeated me that one particular time, I'm not going to let define me. So
but you went in stronger this time, right?
Right, and I, was more careful about it. But
Careful, the right situation. You weren't exhausted.
But I wanted to overcome that kind of like the fear of that happening again. Now, getting back to the scale thing, it's an indication, and if it doesn't go down every week, that's okay. As long as what Karen said, as long as your day, I say the discipline, the daily discipline. Did you get your workout in? Cool. Did you eat all your meals? Cool. Were you on point with your meal timing, and was your like all the check off the list?
Sleep, water,
all the checklists that we go through, right? And there's like 9 things that you got to focus on, really.
Yeah.
But if you check everything off and the scale doesn't go down, okay, next. What you're practicing is the daily habits that are going to eventually make sustainable weight loss or muscle, whatever it is, it's going to be more sustainable because those daily habits. It's not the scale or the number that's defining you. It's the habits, right? Let's wrap it up. Believe in yourself, trust the process, and practice patience.
Hashtag Ask Minetti if you have a question or anything you want us to talk about. And if you are struggling, you can always reach out to us for some advice. If you know anybody who is struggling, please share or tag them in this post because maybe they can get some value and they can overcome what they have going on. So like, share, comment, leave us a review.
If not, we don't care. We're enjoying this stuff, man. Thank you.
Whatever.
Love you guys.